Hi, so we're here at SlutWalk Melbourne, which is a protest against slut shaming and victim blaming. A lot of us here are survivors of sexual assault and rape. We started in 2011 when a police officer told a group of uni students if they didn't want to be raped, they shouldn't dress like sluts. And we've been marching ever since. This is our 12th year running.
All right, and I can see you're holding the pictures of the victims of
Yes.
Iran as well. I'm from Iran.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go to another protest at 5 o'clock. Oh, now it's 1 o'clock. So, how did you... I don't know how to ask my question, right? Because this is more like, I really appreciate that at first.
We have lots of other, we support any sort of cause surrounding feminism, anything like that. We're always jumping on to help out other causes as well. So we've got a speaker coming today who's just over the other side there. And she's going to be speaking about Iran as well.
All right, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right,
just in the white dress with the red hair.
All right, with
That's her
the
over
blood
there,
stains.
if you wanted to say
All
hi or
right,
anything.
yeah.
But
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll have a walk around. Thank you.
Thank you.
خب اینجا یه گروه از فعالان چی میگن برای این جریان هست ملبورن SlutWalk میگه که هدفشون اینه که افرادی که مثلا حالا لباسای هر جوری مثلا که ما به قول معروف به فارسی میگیم هرزمانه از این چیزا میپوشن و اینا این میگن که آقا این شیم نیست یا خجالت نیست همچین جریانی و اینا با پوشیدن لباسای مختلف و به قولی آرایش‌های مختلف میخوام بگن که این مایه خجالت نیست. حالا من باید البته بمونم که گوش کنم حرفاشون رو ببینم که چی دارن بیشتر برای گفتن. Beautiful. چون برای خود منم همچین چیزی جدیده واقعا که آره فقط نکته جالب توجه این بود که عکس قربانی‌های ایرانی رو ما اینجا می‌بینیم نیکا، حدیث و خارجی هستن اینها که این خیلی زیباست. من حالا لابراشون قدم بزنم یه مقداری از این تابلوهاشون رو ببینیم. What happened?
Oh my god, so cute. 5 years ago it was like a week. My best friend.
خب
Last time I feel like I left it. Hello.
شروع شد. Hello.
Try that again. Hello. How are we doing, sluts of Melbourne? That is fantastic. Oh, when they told me I'd be hosting a rally for all the sluts, I didn't expect you all to be wet from the start. Before we go any further, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners on the land which we are meeting upon today, the lands of the Wurundjeri people. Reminder that this land was never ceded, this is stolen land. No treaty has been signed, sovereignty was never ceded. I would like to acknowledge any elders who are here, past and present, and any other Aboriginal, Indigenous or Torres Strait Islanders who are here today. Also, I think it is important at an event like that, like today, to remember that all the violence we are talking about, all of the events and abuse we are talking about disproportionately affects Indigenous people, and it is a direct result of colonization. So we need a treaty. And we need to make sure that we are signal boosting as much as possible Indigenous people of this country. And apart from that, I would also mention a content warning for today. I don't know how many of you figured this out from the title of the event already from SlutWalk, but we're going to be talking a little bit about rape culture and gendered violence and sexual assault and all of those associated things, the patriarchy, men in general. So just a content warning, if you are feeling overwhelmed, distressed, you feel like you can't handle what we are talking about, that is perfectly okay. If you find one of these people with a bright yellow high-vis vest, they will look after you, they will set you up with a drink of water, they are prepared and ready. They are honestly desperate to help you. So if one of you could try and have a panic attack, that would really make them feel useful. They're very excited, they're very happy to help, and they are also, throughout the event, if you feel like you need to leave and you need to get to a car or public transport and you are worried about being harassed, there is another right-wing protest around on the streets today. Apparently they're still mad about COVID for some reason. Apparently they want us to do it even less than we were already doing. But they're very scary people, but we have some marshals ready to look after you at any moment. So, how are we doing, everyone? Who has been to a slut walk before? Give me a cheer. Who has never been to a slut walk before? Give me a cheer. That is a lot of you. That is fantastic. Now, I should explain, for those of you who've not been to a slut walk before, slut walk has a long history. It goes back to 2011, where a police officer gave a presentation at a university campus in Toronto and said that a rape survivor might not have been raped if she hadn't been dressed like a slut. Yes, I didn't expect a lot of you to be fans of the cops either. It's not a big surprise. But that's only if they consent to it. No, so that is where this all came from. It started in Canada. It started as people protesting that, people deciding that they should be able to get out in the streets dressed however they want and not have anything happen to them. That the people who are to blame are the ones who inflict the violence, not the ones who receive it. Which is why I'm so glad to see all of you who are here in this very cold, wet Melbourne weather, living up to that message, dressing in gaudy, ostentatious, slutty outfits, getting my tits out as part of the message as well. I've only just had these for 6 months, so I'm proud to show them off at any occasion. It was very nice actually to get the invite to host this event, because this is, if you don't know, there's another important social justice thing happening at the moment, which is Trans Awareness Week. And I get invited to a lot of places to speak as a trans woman about trans events, but it's nice to finally have my work as a slut being acknowledged. But I also know as a trans person that we are all part of the same system and all this violence comes from the same place. Before I transitioned, I knew how much violence I could receive just for the way I dressed. And it wouldn't be how much clothes I was wearing or how little, what skin I was showing or what not, just arbitrary designations about which clothes were female and which clothes were not, which clothes were gay and which clothes were not. But it is not how things should be. It is not the world I want to live in. And the more people like you out on these streets for this march, the better things are going to be, because there's more of us who want to be like this than people who want to be like them. The people telling us not to dress a certain way are angry that we are defying the rules that they are trying to impose, not just on us, but on themselves. Because they think if they follow all these rules, they will achieve happiness and fulfillment. But we have the right path already, which is doing a free expression of who we are. And anything that they are doing to restrain us is something that we can fight against by doing events like this. So I'm so proud of all of you for showing up today. Like all of you, I have ADHD, so my concept of time is a bit fuzzy. I wanted to be very clear. So what we're going to do today, the way this event is operating, we're going to have a few speakers up. I'm here just as an MC, just to introduce people, get you all warmed up, explain what is happening at this event today. We're going after the speaking, which is going to take about half an hour. We're going to go for a big march as loudly as possible. Just the volume of an anti-vax protest is what we're aiming for. We're gonna do a big, loud, clear, feminist fucking march all the way up Swanson Street, onto Burke Street, up to Parliament House, and every single person in this city is gonna know that we were here and that we were a hotter protest than the other ones that we have on a weekly basis. But the other thing I need to know from all of you is that I am going to be bringing up speakers. Some people who are speaking today have never spoken publicly before. I don't find public speaking terrifying because I am quite egotistical and this is doing a lot for me right now. I have a praise kink and this is the only way to get it in the dose I need. For some of these people, they've never spoken publicly. It is, for some of them, a very scary experience, but it is a lot easier with a nice, warm, enthusiastic crowd. So you need to remember that as these people are getting up here, these are not the people you've seen at other events. These are people who are just like you, who've had experiences just like yours. And I'm not going to repeat statistics about sexual assault because we've heard them before, but I just know that I've never met a single woman or non-binary person who hasn't dealt with it, who hasn't had their life impacted. That is a statistic of 100% in my mind. So I know that 100% of you have had your lives touched and damaged by this. And you know how hard it is to tell those stories. I know a lot of you haven't told those stories because they are scary to tell. I know for myself, I have never said publicly the name of the person who abused me in a relationship because I'm terrified of what she might do to me. So that means that when these people are up here, they're doing something A, terrifying as public speaking, and talking about something very terrifying, which means that you need to be doing what you've been doing already so far, but as loudly and enthusiastically as possible, which is give them all of the love and the energy that you can. What is up here is you need to see this spot where I'm talking as a mirror. And every love and every bit of energy and every bit of enthusiasm you put into this mirror is reflected back on you. And you deserve that love as much as they do. So you're going to put as much love into that mirror as possible. How does that sound?